my channel, everyone. My name is Mish, and today I want to do a meditation, stretching, yoga, whatever you want to call it, kind of video. I wouldn't necessarily call it a yoga flow because I am not a yoga instructor, and I really just want to get my muscles nice and stretched, practice my breathing, think about positive affirmations, kind of just set myself up for the day. So, let's begin by just sitting comfortably, whether that's on a mat, on the floor, on a bed, in a chair. However you best can get situated, comfy, right here, right now. Okay? And now let's just breathe in through our nose, out through our mouth, okay? Good. Now, let's breathe on a 1, 2, 3, 4 count in, and as long as you can on the way out, okay? So, my tummy's making noises. Okay, let's do that again, alright? Now, I'm going to ask you to do that one more time. And this time, when you breathe in, I want you to imagine yourself just soaking up all the positive thoughts, all the positivity, all the happiness, all the positive affirmations that you can muster, okay? And when you breathe out, I want you to just push out that negativity, push out those intrusive thoughts, push out those anxious thoughts, push out those things that do not serve you, okay? So we're gonna do the counts again, the same thing we've been doing, alright? Okay. Now roll your shoulders. And roll them the other way. And I want you to push your shoulders back. Feel those shoulder blades touching against each other. Tension, release. Okay, let's do that again, okay? And this time, this time I want you to really tense up every muscle in your body, okay? Just give her a good And then when we release, I want you to just let every single muscle just soften, okay? Okay. Pull. Get those up to your ears. Pull. Release. Now we're gonna do some breaths again, but this time I want you to breathe in and use your arms to kind of guide your breath. All right. In. And again. One more time. And remind yourself that this is your space. This is your safe space. This is your time for yourself to relax, to be calm, to just focus on putting yourself first right now, okay? Being present in the moment. Okay. So let's begin by putting your feet together like so, the butterfly stretch, and come forward as far as your body will allow you to. My hip flexor is actually giving me some trouble right now. So let's do a quick stretch this way. And a quick stretch this way to just kind of loosen up those hip flexors a little bit, because the butterfly stretch is going to be a deeper hip flexor stretch. Okay. I'm going to move into just a light hamstring and hip flexor stretch here. And as you stretch, I want you to just move whatever feels best for you, whether that is a light rocking back and forth or a stationary movement. But I also want you to keep focusing on your breath. And as you exhale, sink a little deeper into the stretch. Maybe grab your other arm over if you can. And I'm going to just get my back stretched. Keep breathing. And up. And now I want to do the same thing to the other side. So again, a light stretch to start. Maybe rock back and forth a little if that feels good. Remember that this is your practice. This is your time. If this doesn't feel good, then do something else. It's all about you. All about you. So, let's remember our breathing, being present in the moment, okay? Let's not focus on what was or what will be. Let's try to focus on right now. Let those thoughts of the day and of life just come and go. Acknowledge that they are there and let them pass. Okay? Those thoughts will come in. Don't try to fight them. Just let them come and go as they please, okay? We are focusing on now, on how our body feels, on how we feel. So again, breathe in. Sink on the stretch, okay? Doing whatever feels good for your body. And I want to get my back engaged as well, so get a good stretch especially if you have an office job where you sit often. Stretching that lower back is so important. So important, okay? And back up. Now I want to focus on some stretches that are pretty simple, so we don't have to focus too much on the stretch itself, okay? But I want you to begin your mental calming, okay? Those positive affirmations, that setting your mindset for the day, which I think is really half the battle with yoga and meditation, and being present is your mindset for sure. So let's get back into crisscross applesauce, and let's just take our right arm, cross it, and pull for that nice back and tricep stretch. And in this stretch, I want you to focus on 5 things that you love about yourself. Now, these can be small, could be vague if you're having a hard time. So you could say, I love how kind I am. I love how patient I am. I love my ability to grow and improve. I love my hair. Could be anything. I love my resilience to power through difficult times. And the other side, okay? I love my ability to ask for help when I need it. I love the impact I can have on others. I love my patience with myself. Okay, now let that go. Make sure you've said at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things you love about yourself, okay? Next, I want to move on to, you're going to raise one arm up and then try to touch the middle of your back. And I want you to think of your goals for the day. And I don't mean a to-do list. Do not come up with a to-do list right now, please. I mean, today I am going to be kind to myself. Today I am going to remember that imperfections are beautiful. Today I am going to remind myself that the main goal is progress, not perfection. And down in the other arm. Today, I am going to be kind to others as much as I can. Today, I'm going to remember that I can romanticize my own life, that I can make things seem magical and beautiful, even those mundane things, just like they do in the movies. I'm going to remember that I have the power to think how I want to, and that nobody can take that away from me. Nobody can take away my mindset. Nobody can take away how I choose to react. Okay, now I want to do another leg stretch. This one's going to take a little bit more focus than the last ones, which have been very stationary. So I want to mat. Place one foot out so that you have a nice 90. Down. I'm just going to go into this hip flexor stretch. And you should feel that here. And you may also feel it here. Keep reminding yourself of your ability to choose your own adventure in this life. Your ability to decide how you want to take on every single day. You get to decide if you have a good day or a bad day. And now move back and sit that butt right onto your heel. And another hamstring stretch. Okay. These hamstrings are really important to keep nice and limber. Okay. Especially if you work out, or if you run, or weightlift, or play a sport. It's very important to be kind to your muscles and to your body. Okay? So now let's just back up. And I want you to remember your breath. Take another deep breath in and out. And on the exhale, sink lower into the stretch, okay? So. Good. And then back. Very good. Now let's switch sides, okay? So now let's pop this foot in front and this foot back. And do the same thing. So let's breathe in. And again, you can just sway to feel what feels good for you. And then come back for that hamstring stretch. And then we're going to go back up into that hip flexor stretch again, okay? So let's breathe in. And again, taking a deep breath in, and then on the exhale, sinking further into the stretch. Back into that hip flexor. Very good. Very good. Very good. Okay. Now let's move into some back and hamstring stretches. So I want you to get on your knees like this into tabletop. So this is tabletop where your back is flat. And keep your neck neutral. So now I want you to do cat, which is just like a cat that's scared. So up, like a scared little cat. And be sure to really push those abs up and pull those shoulder blades apart. And then the cow. So another thing about this is cow, you're gonna have your feet like this. When you go into cat, you're gonna put your toes to mat. And into cow. And you should feel this stretch in your back the most, okay? do this as many times as feels good, okay? And when you're done with your cat-cows, again, do it as many times as feel good. I want you to go into child's pose where you sit your butt back into your feet. Extend your arms. And you put your face to that mat. And you really feel that stretch in your back and your shoulders as you push with those hands into the mat. Good. And now you're going to come up back into tabletop and forward down. So now you're just like in a push-up position, right? But instead of doing a push-up, we're just going to lift up our upper body and go into cobra. So that's going to look like this. Keeping those hips against the mat. And when you're done with this, here, back into child's pose. Focus on how your body feels right now. Focus on what muscles are still tense, what muscles that you can relax. Maybe you are furrowing your brow. Maybe you are holding tension in those shoulders, in your hands, in your feet. I want you to let go of that tension, okay? Focus on how this feels for you and how it can help you to be calm and relaxed. Calm and relaxed, okay? So now we're going to go back into cobra. So tabletop down, up, and then back into child's pose. And now we're going to go back into tabletop, but instead of going into cobra this time, we're going to go into downward dog, okay? So you want to really firmly plant your hands to the mat or the floor. Go up on your toes and push back. Push back. Feel the stretch in your back and your hamstrings, and pedal the legs to loosen up those calves. And back down and into cobra again, okay? And into downward dog. And into cobra. And back into downward dog. And now I want you to take that left foot here. And step through. And try not to knock over any furniture. So now I want you to take just like this. You know how earlier we were in this hip flexor? Well, now we're gonna keep that and reach towards the sky. And I want you to focus on your balance. And I also want you to think of things you're thankful for in your body. So I am thankful that I have strong legs and that my body allows me to do yoga. And now let's take that back and switch, okay? Put this here, and stretch. I am thankful that my body can digest nutritious food. I am thankful my body can support me and nourish me and keep me alive. Okay, now I want us to turn to this butterfly pose. And here, I want you to think of those things that you tend to be insecure with in your body, okay? For me, mine is my stomach. And right here. And I want you to remind yourself that you're beautiful. And that no one sees your insecurities like you do. You are your biggest critic. And only you can accept yourself 100% wholly, okay? You're worthy of that. Okay. So now I want you to remind yourself, and I will remind you as well, that you are worthy and you're loved. And you can give as much love to the world as you wish to receive. Okay? Thank you for being here today. I hope this helped you.